Hare Krishna, dear devotees. I hope everyone is doing good. And I'm so happy, so glad to see all of you. So I will try to speak a little today. We will have a short class today. Let us start with the prayers. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Gnananjanashalakaya Chakshur Unmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Mukam karoti vachalam pangum langhayate girim yatkrapatamaham vande Shri Gurum Dinatarinam Paramananda Madhavam Shri Chaitanya Ishwaram Namam Vishnupadaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namini Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Desha Tarine Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, everyone. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Somehow I cannot hear anybody. Can somebody please let me know if I'm audible or not?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, you are audible.
Yes, audible.
So today, dear devotees, I want to ask a question to everyone that since all of you are chanting here and we have done many classes, we have done many sessions, we have understood certain things about this, what is this Krishna consciousness, what is this movement about, and we have understood that, okay, chanting is very important. But can you please share in very short, very quickly, your experiences that you feel that how has this Krishna consciousness or chanting or doing these devotional practices or trying to perform these devotional practices has impacted your life? In very brief, short answers, if you can unmute yourself and tell me. So I will unmute one by one and you can tell me that what do you feel is the difference after doing these practices.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
I
Yes.
hope you are doing well.
Yes, I'm doing very good and I hope you are doing good as well.
Yes, we are also doing good here. And I just want to say one thing in one line that it's changed my life. I think your family and you and I think Anup Bhaiya also helped me to support me in this all the things. And I think before I met you, I never think about it. But after I met you and your family, I think that's changed my life. I think in chanting and also to visit my temple every day and it gives me a peace in my mind, and also I think in my I can see my change in my behavior also. So thank you so much, it's helped me a lot. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Okay, so I'm unmuting. Okay. Thank you so much, Ruchi, for sharing that. Thank you very much. Yes, can I request others to quickly unmute and please let me know what are your experiences? Yes, Nandini.
Yeah, yes, Mataji. Yeah, before Krishna conscious, like I always have a lot of tensions, worries. Like, but now it is bit by bit. Like I can see the change. Like I can see everything in a Krishna conscious way. Like instead of getting anger or worries, I am trying to understand what it is, and it helps me so that there is a peace actually. Like usually there will be a lot of I will be the reason for a fight or some anger, but now it is reduced a lot. Like everybody in surrounding, they are seeing the change.
Okay. Okay. Wonderful. Hari Bol. Okay, nice.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Nandini, for sharing that.
Yeah, thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Anybody else who wants to share their experience in brief? Okay, so since we are not going to extend much today's class, so I will quickly move on. So as Nandini Mataji and Ruchi Mataji, both of them mentioned that they are the primary term that I noticed they used was peace. Now we understand that when we are doing these devotional practices, when we are chanting, we understand that we start seeing behavioral changes in ourselves. We start feeling peaceful. So, what we can understand is just by doing very little, just the basic thing, just by chanting, we can see so many positive changes impact in our lives. So, now the question is that in our Shastras, we know that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is non different from Krishna, he personally came in this material world to spread the importance and the glories of this Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. And just by chanting Krishna Mahaprabhu, he has clearly mentioned this, that just by chanting this Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, one can get purified and one becomes eligible to go back to Godhead. Now, one thing that today I want to discuss is that what is the ultimate goal of doing all of these things? So now first thing we have to understand that before we started all these chanting or going to temple or getting connected with getting connected with ISKCON, with this Krishna consciousness movement that our Srila Prabhupada has given us, before we even knew about it, we have to understand how our lives were. What were the problems, the issues that we were dealing with? We were dealing with so many challenges, and forget about external challenges. We are dealing with so many internal challenges, like our anger. Why anger comes? Because when we have expectations, when we want something, when we have desires, and when they don't get fulfilled, then we start becoming sad, we become upset. When we become sad and upset, how it went out? By showing anger, and that is why we become angry. And when we become angry, others, as much as others are harmed, more than that, we ourselves are harming ourselves by getting angry. So it is not doing good to either myself or to anybody else. But after we started chanting, we started seeing these changes, that we have become able to control our anger. We are now able to, we are not so much hankering that I want this, I want that. Our expectations, they have become realistic. Not that we are sad that, oh, now we don't expect anything. No, we have become happier, that we don't have so much, we don't expect that somebody else should make me happy. We have started becoming happy from within. Okay, we are not expecting that that person should make me happy, or such and such person should, do this for me, then I will be happy. We are not dependent on others for our happiness. Happiness is coming from within when we are doing this, this Hare Krishna Mahamantra chanting. So now, what is the ultimate purpose of doing all of these things? Okay, is it just that, okay, in this lifetime, as long as I am alive, let me chant little round. So what will happen? Okay, by this chanting, I am peaceful. There will be no problems in my life and everything will be nice and fine. I will have nice family, whatever I want is there. Expectations are also not that much. So I will be satisfied. And okay, one day I will die. Is this our ultimate goal? Now, this is what we have to understand. First thing, in our Shastra, in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna has clearly mentioned that human birth is very rare. Okay, we see so many other living beings, living entities around us, but we don't realize that in some or the other birth, we were that living entity. We means who? Who am I? Am I this body or am I something else? This also we have discussed in many classes that, okay, I am not this body, I am the soul. But have we really understood it? Has it really gone deep into our head? If I am the soul and Krishna is saying soul is eternal, then if the soul is eternal, that means after this body perishes, after we die, what happens to the soul? Okay, we are doing so many things, so many activities in this lifetime, and every activity has a reaction. Every activity has a reaction. So where is it all going? If the soul is eternal and the body is temporary, after we die, the body is burnt, or whatever, in different, as per different customs, different methods are followed. But the body is perishable. Then what happens to the soul? Where does it go? It does not it does not go somewhere which is, just stays in one place. No. When the soul is within this body, then we have so many desires in our mind. We want to do so many things. Then how is it possible that once the soul is out of the body, suddenly the desires go null and void? It does not happen like that. What happens is that our desires, all the things that we are doing within this body, even after going out of this body, the soul remains like that. So the soul will get a body that can fulfill those desires based on the laws of karma. So laws of material nature works in this way. Whatever you desire, based on those desires, based on your karma, on your choices, you will get another body. So there is no guarantee that next birth you will get a human body. You may get the body of a rat, you may get body of a snake, you may get body of a tree. And then, you have to go through all the sufferings that is written for you. Do you really want to suffer like this birth after birth? Or do you want to make, utilize this one human birth that you have got, give your 100% and make an attempt to break this chain of repeated birth and death? Now the decision is yours. The decision is yours that whether you just want to remain that where and what you are doing, be happy with it, and then again take a next birth, whether human or not. ठीक है, कल का तब देखा जाएगा. I am ready to suffer. Are you okay with that? Then you may continue as you are doing. But if you are serious about it, and if you are An intelligent person is the person who really understands the real value and the real purpose of this human birth and takes full advantage of this human body to ensure that that person does not take birth again in this material world. Because why do you want to suffer? Krishna said in Bhagavad Gita that this material world is dukkhalaya ashashvatam. You will just constantly get sufferings. You will just constantly get dukkha. If you are interested to get that, then you are most welcome. Continue as you are doing. But if you really are an intelligent soul, this is not for you. When I'm saying this, it is for myself. It is always a reminder to myself that an intelligent person is the one who will take this life seriously and try to figure out what can I do so that I can end my suffering, so that I can end this chain of repeated birth and death. I want to come out of it. I'm done with it. I don't want to suffer anymore. I don't have an interest that I keep on suffering. No, no, no. I want to come out of it. Then what should I do? What am I supposed to do? I have to take shelter of a bona fide spiritual master who is a direct representative of the Supreme Lord Krishna. Mind it, my dear friends, my dear devotees, it is very, very important that we take shelter of a bona fide spiritual master. It is clearly mentioned in our scriptures that there are only 4 bona fide paramparas in current time, from time immemorial. 4 bona fide paramparas. Shri Parampara, which comes from Mahalakshmi, Rudra Sampradaya, which is coming from Lord Shiva, Brahma Sampradaya from Lord Brahma, and Kumar Sampradaya from the 4 Kumar sons of Lord Brahma. And who are their spiritual master? That is directly Lord Krishna. So all these 4 paramparas are directly descending from Lord Krishna. And any spiritual master coming from one of this bona fide disciplic succession is a bona fide spiritual master. Now there are obviously many things to consider for understanding who is a bona fide spiritual master. But in this class, we will not go into that detail. This class, I just want to talk about this fact that what is the ultimate purpose of life. So in our parampara, in our Guru Parampara, which is laid down by Srila Prabhupada, after amalgamating, gathering all the important essence of all the scriptures and all the paramparas, Srila Prabhupada has very nicely, he has laid down the various things, the various requirements which will help a person to take up this process very seriously and will help that person to purify oneself and go back to Godhead. Prabhupada has given this process. So why not take up this process very seriously and go back to Godhead? End of all sufferings. If you are really interested in it, then you must get in touch with a person and take guidance, mentoring, that, this is my current situation. These are the number of rounds I'm chanting, or I have not started chanting at all, whatever it is, whatever is the current scenario. These are the number of rounds I'm chanting, or I'm not chanting any rounds, but I've attended so and so class, and this is what I have understood. Now I'm interested to take it further. Or what are the other further requirements that I should do? Taking guidance means what? Based on your current situation, the life that you are leading, your family, everything, the person who comes in this disciplic succession, a bona fide person who themselves have taken shelter of a bona fide spiritual master and a bona fide instructing spiritual master, taking instructions, taking guidance from a bona fide person in this Guru Parampara, such a person can help you, guide you to take you ahead in this process that Srila Prabhupada has given us. So once you go ahead in this process, then you will be able to take shelter of a bona fide spiritual master who will further help you to come out of your karmas. Okay, we will not go into the detail of karma also today. But a spiritual master once gives initiation or takes a disciple under his lotus feet, at his lotus feet, what happens is that all our karma is erased. Why do we suffer? Why are we getting suffering? It is because of our karma. Now, the laws of karma are very difficult to understand. What can give us good karma? What can give us bad karma? It is very difficult to understand. And if we try to calculate and do all these things, we will get bewildered. We will just keep going round and round and round like a merry-go-round. There is no way that we can come out of this cycle of karma by ourselves. Only and only a bona fide, self-realized spiritual master can help you come out of your cycle of karma. And how to get connected to such a spiritual master is actually by connecting to someone who are themselves connected to a spiritual master, a bona fide spiritual master, so that they can help you, they can guide you, they can mentor you. And for that, you have to approach someone like that. Okay, by our own accord, we cannot do anything. By our own accord, yes, we can listen to classes. We can try doing something that we have heard in the classes, that, okay, I heard in the classes that we should chant so many rounds. Or I have heard in the classes that, okay, these are the 4 regulative principles that one must follow. Okay. Or, okay, I have heard in class that one must take prasadam. One must honor only prasadam and not other food items. Fine. It is very good that you are accepting what you are hearing from class. But how will you go, how will you progress in this process? How will you make progress in this process if there is not someone who can hold your hand and take you ahead? When a child is admitted in school, the child has a teacher. Does it happen like, once the child reaches 10th grade or 12th grade, after that, the parents and the child say that, oh, I have completed my schooling and now I can do my graduation, post-graduation, PhD, everything by myself. I don't need a teacher. I don't need anybody to guide me because I have studied enough. I have learned enough. Has this ever happened? Have you ever come across somebody who has said this? Or for example, have you ever come across a person who wants to study medical but says that I'm doing my medical studies already in a very established, renowned college. I don't need to do internship or apprenticeship under a doctor, under a qualified doctor. It's okay. Once I complete my studies, I will myself go into the operation theater and I can do a surgery myself. Do you think this is possible? Or do you think you yourself will go to such a doctor? Please tell me yes or no. Will you go to such a doctor who does not take guidance from a qualified doctor? So I can see you are replying no. Yeah. So if from our normal we say drishtikun, just by normally seeing it with our normal eyes, these are the little examples that we know that for every little thing, even for the material education, we need a guide. Then how do you think that something that is the highest education, spiritual education, how do you think you can do it by yourself without a guide? Is it really possible? Do you think it is possible? What do you think? Yes or no? Is it possible or is it not possible? Okay, I can see you're replying not possible. So if it is not possible, do you really want to take up this process seriously? If yes, then you must consider taking guidance from someone by our own accord, that okay, we have heard all these things, we are going to do this, and this is perfect. No, you must take guidance. How can I perfect myself? These are the things I am doing, or these are the things I desire to do. I may not even be doing, because many times our situations may not be such that we are able to do everything. And that is why we need to take guidance, because somebody who is guiding you will be able to tell you what is the right thing for you to do. What is right for one person may not be feasible or doable for another person. So, and that is why we need personal guidance. And once we take personal guidance, such a person will hold our hand, take us step by step ahead in this process, so that we can get success in this process. So with on this note, I will stop, and I will ask you if you have any questions, doubts, or any feedback, any comment on what we have discussed in class today. If there is anything, please raise your hand and we can quickly discuss. I don't see any hands raised. That means either the class is very well understood or nothing has been understood at all. Because I remember my school teachers saying that when you have questions, that's a good way to understand that, okay, you have understood certain things and certain things you haven't. But when you're not asking questions, it could mean two things. Either you have really understood everything, all glories to Srila Prabhupada, Sri Guru and Gauranga, or you have not understood anything and it's all my fault. Okay, I can okay, I can see Nandini Mataji saying no doubt. How about others? Raghunath Prabhuji. Okay. Ruchita Mataji. And so one of my uncles is also here. But I can see unmuted, but I can't. All right. So if there are no questions and no doubts, then we will stop here, and we'll meet again next Saturday. And I hope whatever I have spoken, please do not take any offense, because I have spoken for my own purification, and I'm trying to share this invaluable gift, treasure that I'm receiving from this Guru Parampara and from senior devotees. And just to share this, I have spoken these things and I've shared this knowledge with you. So I hope that it helps each and every one of you. Hare Krishna. Dandavat Pranam. Jai Srila Prabhupada. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Nitai Gaur Premanande. Hari Hari Bol.